Hi students, welcome to Alpo's e-learning chemistry classes for second year. The running chapter is organic chemistry and now we are in session number 53. In previous session we discussed and completed the preparations of aliphatic carbonyl compounds, that is aliphatic aldehydes and ketones. And in this session we are going to discuss on the preparation of aromatic carbonyl compounds. That is nothing but it may be benzaldehyde or it may be aryl ketones, that is nothing but phenyl ketones. How to prepare these or how to convert from other aromatic substances, all these we have to discuss in this session. And here first let me give the list of the substances and the reagents from which we can prepare these aromatic carbonyl compounds. They are nothing but from benzene and substituted benzenes we can prepare these aromatic carbonyl compounds from benzene or substituted benzenes. Clear? And first of all, it is nothing but from alkyl benzene. Alkyl benzene, mostly it is nothing but toluene, methyl benzene. By oxidation with a chromyl chloride CrO2Cl2. This is nothing but chromyl chloride followed by hydrolysis, just you remember. And next one, it can be in presence of chromic oxide. By using these two oxidizing agents followed by hydrolysis, we can prepare benzaldehyde. Clear? And next one is from methyl benzene, that is nothing but toluene. Again, by chlorination, first of all chlorination followed by hydrolysis. This is one more method. Here first we are using chlorine in presence of HNO and then it is hydrolyzed in acid medium. Clear? And next one is by Guterman's Koch reaction. Gutermann-Koch reaction. Here benzene is treated with CO plus HCl in presence of Lewis acid like AlCl3. And the last methods are by Friedel-Crafts acylations. Friedel-Crafts acylation process. Here just you remember, in acylation process we are getting aromatic ketones. We are getting as the product in Friedel-Crafts acylation process. Clear? These are different methods to prepare these aromatic carbonyl compounds, and one by one we have to discuss, and here and there if any deviation, that is nothing but a specific logic is appeared, we have to discuss on that one, because the competitive questions will be always in a logical approach they will ask. That's why here first let us consider toluene oxidation with chromyl chloride. Here first of all, when toluene is treated with chromyl chloride, it is of undergoing an addition product like this. If it is toluene CH3, when it is treated with CrO2Cl2, 2 moles of that chromyl chloride will react with this one and it is of giving this type of product. Just let me write the chromyl chloride structure is Cl double bond O, double bond O. And here when one of the bond is open, here let us consider this is CH, O, this oxygen is bonded, and when it is bonded, it is going towards this side and it is giving Cr, Cl, Cl. On the other side there's hydrogen. Here also Cr, Cl2, OH. This is formed, and this product, that is nothing but an adduct. Adduct means addition product. That is simply in place of H we are substituting this added. No elimination is taking place. In this one, when it is treated with water, that is on hydrolysis in acid medium, this is of now giving CH, OH, OH. It is nothing but gem diol or simply dihydroxy toluene. Dihydroxy, it is nothing but benzol derivative. And this benzol derivative, yes, we know these gem diol are highly unstable. Immediately this one of the oxygen will donate electron pair for or contribute electron pair for pi bond formation, and this OH will release. Ultimately it is resulting in the formation of benzaldehyde by eliminating one water molecule. In this manner, from methyl benzene, that is nothing but toluene, we can prepare benzaldehyde by treating with chromyl chloride. Clear? And here some other deviations. Let us discuss on that. In case if the benzene is having 2 or more methyl groups on it, then what happens? If it is present like this, then when it is treated with CrO2, Cl2, that is chromyl chloride, and followed by hydrolysis, just you remember, even though it is of having 2 or even 3 methyl groups, 2 or even 3 methyl groups on benzene ring, of them only one methyl will get oxidized, not all. Just you remember, it is only one, any one of these two. Not only this one, you can also oxidize this, but only one methyl group will be oxidized. Even 3 methyl groups when present, here also when it is oxidized with chromyl chloride and followed by hydrolysis, only one methyl group is oxidized to aldehyde and not the other two, like this. So just you remember, then toluene, that side chain methyl group, will be oxidized to aldehydic group. In case if 2 or more methyl groups present, even then only one alkyl group, one methyl group will be oxidized to aldehydic group. Clear? And one more doubt. In case if it is not methyl, then what happens? If it is not methyl, it is alkyl benzene that possess more than one carbon on side chain, then what happens? Just you remember, in such a case, this chromyl chloride, say for example, let me give one example here, it is CH2, 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 CH3, like this, it is N-butyl benzene. When it is treated with chromyl chloride, CrO2, Cl2, followed by hydrolysis, what happens? Is there any reaction or not? Just there is a reaction, but that reaction is confined to this methyl group. That means the chromyl chloride is able to oxidize the terminal methyl group only into aldehyde. So we are getting this type of compound here, CH2, 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 CHO. Only the terminal methyl group will be oxidized to benzaldehyde, but not the total alkyl group. In coming days, when we are discussing about the conversion of this alkyl benzene into benzoic acid, there the total carbons will be, that is nothing but whatever the number of carbons present in the side chain, all those will be converted into COOH group. the total, whether it is having only 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbon, those will be appeared as COOH of oxidation when it is treated with strong oxidizing agent. But here it is not happening. When it is having only one methyl group, that will be converted to aldehyde. If 2 methyl groups, even then 1 methyl group. If 3 methyl groups, even then 1 methyl group will be getting oxidized. And in case if it is of having long chain, only terminal methyl group is oxidized to aldehydic group. Clear? That is about the preparation, that is oxidation by chromyl chloride. And now the toluene can also be oxidized in presence of chromic oxide. Here it is, when toluene is treated with CrO3, is treated with acetic acid anhydride, that is nothing but this one. When it is treated with acetic acid anhydride followed by hydrolysis in acid medium, first of all it is converted to benzylidene like this, CHOCOCH3. It is nothing but benzylidene acetate. Benzylidene acetate is formed first of all. Why benzylidene? Already we know lidene is nothing but gem. Here both the two acetate groups are present on the same carbon, and hence it is in gem condition. We can use benzylidene like alkylidene. Acetate is formed, and this benzylidene acetate on hydrolysis will convert into gem diol, benzol derivative. That is, when it is this one is hydrolyzed in acid medium, then it is giving benzol derivative like this. And here again it is gem diol. We know gem diols are highly unstable. Immediately they will eliminate water molecule, and thereby they are giving benzaldehyde. This is the final product. So like that, by using chromyl chloride or by using chromic oxide, we can oxidize the toluene into benzaldehyde. And in case of chromyl chloride, only in case of chromyl chloride, not in chromic acid, if the alkyl benzene is having more than 1 carbon in side chain, even then the terminal methyl group will be oxidized into aldehydic group. Clear? That is about preparation of benzaldehyde by oxidation with chromyl chloride or chromic oxide. And now we can prepare these benzaldehyde even by chlorination of toluene followed by hydrolysis. Now let us see that one, what is happening. Here if it is the toluene, and when it is of chlorinated in presence of light, here it is now forming benzol chloride. Only 2 hydrogens are replaced. In such a proportion we are taking chlorine. Clear? This benzol chloride on hydrolysis in basic medium, here these 2 chlorines are replaced by OH groups. It is benzol diol is formed. And now as we know, once it is formed, diol is highly unstable, and thereby immediately it is of eliminating water molecule, and it is converted to benzaldehyde like this. So like that, when first of all toluene is chlorinated, and you know what is the reaction mechanism involved in this? It is free radical substitution. In presence of light, when toluene is treated with chlorine, it undergoes chlorination through free radical substitution. And benzol chloride, this is benzol chloride. This benzol chloride on hydrolysis is, here it is basic medium because Cl will be replaced by OH group. and then it is gem diol is highly unstable and immediately it will be of converted to benzaldehyde. Clear? That is about chlorination followed by hydrolysis. And now another method is nothing but Gutermann-Koch reaction. Third one is Gutermann-Koch reaction or Gutermann-Koch aldehyde synthesis. Simply we can Gutermann-Koch benzaldehyde synthesis. You can write like this, benzaldehyde synthesis. Gutermann-Koch benzaldehyde synthesis it is. And in this case, benzene is treated with CO and HCl. CO is nothing but carbon monoxide and HCl in presence of AlCl3, where we can expect the formation of benzaldehyde like this. And now how it is happening? For that purpose, let us go for the simple mechanism to understand how this is formed. First of all, here in step 1, CO and HCl in presence of AlCl3 will convert into C double bond O H plus and AlCl4 minus. This is electrophile, just you remember. And already we know benzene is of very interested to go for electrophilic substitution, is it not? So now when this electrophile is attacked by these pi bonded electrons, it is now giving like this, C double bond O H, and here it is plus. And now this in step 3, deprotonation takes place. Here it is nothing but this is step 1, electrophile generation. Here it is step 2, where electrophile attacks on benzene. And now deprotonation. Deprotonation means here this hydrogen will release from substrate by giving back its electron, and thereby it is retaining the aromaticity for the compound, and now it is substituted compound nothing but benzaldehyde. Like this, by using CO plus HCl in presence of Lewis acid like AlCl3, the preparation of benzaldehyde is known as Gutermann-Koch benzaldehyde synthesis. Clear? Just you can observe here it is nothing but normal electrophilic substitution of benzene, but the only case is nothing but which is considered, which is the electrophile here, that is nothing but the formyl, which is formed by the reaction between CO and HCl. Just let me give that one. It is double bond O. Here when it is of reacting with HCl, this H will go to this, and when the bond is cleaved like this, AlCl3 will take this Cl minus. So when it is of hydrogen is attacking on this, one of the bond is going like this, it is forming H C double bond O plus, because it is of donating the electron to oxygen that carbon will get positive charge, and first of all it will be of present, but that is nothing but hydrogen and chlorine will attack on the same carbon. Clear? And thereafter that chlorine will abstract by AlCl3 so as to create this formyl group. That formyl group is nothing but here the electrophile. So after generation of the electrophile, it attacks normal electrophilic substitution on benzene ring, where it is forming benzaldehyde like this. Clear? That is about Gutermann-Koch aldehyde synthesis. And then Friedel-Crafts alkylation, not alkylation, it is Friedel-Crafts acylations. And here already you studied in your junior inter from benzene reactions. Friedel-Crafts acylation. Acyl group is nothing but RCO group. And when R is CH3, it is acetylation. It is nothing but, fourth one is from Friedel-Crafts acylations. Just you remember, acyl group is RCO plus. This is acyl. And acylating agents are RCOCl or RCOOCOR in presence of AlCl3. Then they release this group. It is nothing but electrophile, just you remember. Is it not? And in case if that R group is CH3 group, just you remember, this CH3 group is nothing but acetyl group. That means acetyl group is nothing but one type of acyl group. And in case if it is CH3 C double bond O plus, then it is benzyl group. Clear? So any of these we can use. That is nothing but acyl in general formulation, acetyl with acetic anhydride or acetic chloride, and benzyl chloride or benzoic acid anhydride we can use as the reagent. In such a case, here benzene, when treated with this acyl group, that is nothing but acylating agents in presence of AlCl3. It may be RCOCl or it may be RCOOCOR. It is acyl chlorides or acyl anhydrides. Here it will be of undergoing electrophilic substitution where they are forming aromatic ketones. Acyl ketone it is alkyl phenyl ketone. And now in case of that R is now CH3 is present, that is after acetylation. I think you know this compound. It is nothing but acetophenone. In case if that R is one more benzene ring, CO, and here also one more benzene ring present, then it is known as benzophenone. Like that, different substitutions can be used in acylation. All these reactions are considered as Friedel-Crafts acylation reactions. So when the acylating agent is benzyl chloride, then we can get benzophenone. It is nothing but a ketone. And in case acyl group, generalized group is used, acyl ketone. And in case it is acetyl, then acetylphenone. Like that. In case if you observe in all these Friedel-Crafts acylation, we are able to prepare only the aromatic ketones but not aldehydes. Whereas in case of Guterman-Koch reaction, we can prepare only benzaldehyde but not the ketone. Clear? That is about the preparation of aromatic carbonyl compounds. Either they may be benzaldehyde or ketones. Clear? In coming session, we will discuss about the properties of these carbonyl compounds. Just my dear students, you remember these properties, so many properties we can expect from these carbonyl compounds. And we have to discuss much on these properties. Each and every one is a special type of reaction. And every one is of having its attraction, paper setter mind attraction, because they are of having a logical approach. Even by changing a slight variation in the media, we can change the product. And sometimes we can use a protecting technique to prepare some other products. In all these cases where we are using water, and very important reactions related to carbonyl compounds are condensation products. And what is condensation, how the products are monitored by using different reagents, all these we have to discuss. And in coming sessions, I hope I will definitely make you to understand all these properties in a systematic manner and in a logical approach, so as to meet up to the competitive exam standards. Okay, Thank you.